The Mike Weatherford Show is proud to announce we are now officially powered by TEC. If their fiber optic internet service can handle everything we throw at it here in the studio, from videos to calls and live streams, you better believe they can handle your home or business too. If speed, stability, and service is important to you, you can count on TEC. Thanks, TEC. Now let's get to the show.
Recorded live in the studios of Brewer Street Mafia. This is a Red Dog Fred production.
And now, your number one rated show, The Mike Weatherford Show. Here's your host, Mike Weatherford.
Hey folks, welcome back to the Mike Weatherford Show. I'm your host, Mike Weatherford. What if I told you the weather you're seeing might not be natural? The storms, the droughts, even the disasters could be engineered on purpose. Tonight, we're going to be talking about that weather modification and how it's already being used as a weapon. You don't believe it? It's been going on a while. Watch this.
You told the Associated Press that the American government has created weather tampering techniques so that the New World Order will be able to starve millions of Americans and to control the rest. Would you explain what you were trying to say?
Well, what I was trying to say is exactly what I said. There is weather control techniques. We have a complete package on that, which I did not bring, but I certainly will see to it that it is brought in for the record. Number one, the entire patents on the equipment. Number two, Senator Claiborne Pell's complete statement and story of his own that not only does it exist, but that we even utilize it as far back as the Vietnam War. You might want to touch base with Senator Pell.
I just want to repeat before I turn to
So yes, but we do have all that information.
You're saying the government has created weather tampering techniques so that the, quote, New World Order will be able to starve millions of Americans.
Worldwide.
Millions of Americans, and to control the rest.
Yes, sir, and that's my belief. As bizarre as that sounds, if somebody had told me that equipment even existed 10 years ago, I would have thought they were nuts, sir. And at this point in time, we have all the documents to prove it. As bizarre as that is, I would say that weather wars, and this is quoting actually Senator Claiborne Pell himself, that they are the greatest weapon ever created in the world, and that's the senator's own statement. So yes, I do stand on that.
Thank you, Mr. Fletcher. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right, folks, that happened in 1995, but I believe weather modification has been going on probably since the 40s or 50s. And I'm joined tonight by our favorite local weather guy. I mean, when there's bad storms, there's anything going on, we always look to Shawn Burkhart to tell us what's going on. Welcome to the show, Shawn.
What's up, man? How's it going?
How you doing, brother?
Man, can't complain.
Well, what's the weather doing now? What can we expect in the next couple of days?
Hey, it's not too terrible out there right now. It's been, hold on.
Yeah, there you go.
It's been real nice, especially past weekend.
Yes.
Oh, man, it was no humidity. You was able to breathe, walk outside and not instantly break into a sweat.
Yeah.
That's nice for once.
Yeah.
But we're not done with summer.
No, it's August.
Oh, that's false fall.
Yeah.
You know, we always have it. You live in Tennessee, you know.
It changes every 10 minutes.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
Give or take. But no, it's not gonna get too terribly hot this coming up week and this weekend and everything.
Yeah.
Low 90s, around 90, give or take, a little bit of humidity.
Yeah, not like it has been.
No.
I hope that's done. I hope that high.
I don't believe so.
You think we're gonna have some more of that?
I think end of August we'll get back into it.
I was talking with Dr. Ken Berry last week. You ever heard of corn sweat?
Oh yeah. We have it around here.
Yeah, people don't realize that's a thing. That's where, the corn plant pulls up the moisture from its roots, runs up through the plant, and it evaporates. That's how the plant cools. Yep. And when you grow the amount of corn they grow out west and what we grow around here, that adds to the humidity.
Yep.
And we've got one down there called the Kentucky Lake that adds our humidity too.
It does. It does.
Too.
It lowers it. That's Same in the winter. It adds precipitation.
That's right. It can break up a storm.
Hey, I've seen, and you really, only see it on like the Great Lakes called Lake Effect Snow.
Yeah.
But we will get a little bit of that on Kentucky Lake.
And we can have a bad storm headed our way when it goes across the river down there. It kind of just dissipates.
Especially in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Once it crosses that bluff right there,
Before we get into weather modification, back in the day during NASCAR races, Darrell Waltrip called it a vortex.
Mm-hmm.
You've got these, say Bristol, Tennessee. That's a small, short track, and you got 40 cars running around 200 mile an hour. They're not running that fast. At Bristol, they're running fast. He says it made a vortex that spun up and kept the clouds away.
Oh, yeah. Have you heard the dude in the Ozarks that says the roundabouts are causing tornadoes?
That's possible. I read years ago, and it was on I didn't read it, it was on a show, to where some hurricane, I know this is far-fetched, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, I'm not, but they say that some of them hurricanes that we get comes off the coast of Africa. They can start by the flapping of the wings of a butterfly.
I've heard that, yep.
I don't know how true that is, isn't it?
I wouldn't be surprised.
What about weather modification? Okay, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but when I was a young child, that's been many moons ago, I used to watch them airplanes fly over. Let me tell you a quick story before we get into all this. Do you remember the condor that used to be a big thing? It flew past the speed of sound, and it would have a big sonic boom.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we as childs, we'd watch for them, because it was on the news and all that. We wanted to see that thing because it had that nose that kind of caught down. So we watched airplanes as a child. And they'd come through the air. There might be a little trail behind them about a half as long as the airplane. Now, them trails turn into clouds.
Miles long.
They just fluff out and become cumulus. Is that the correct word?
Cumulus.
Cumulus clouds. What's that caused by? What do you think, Seth? You're the weatherman. What do you think? Do you think I'm crazier than I really am, or what?
No, you're not crazy. Now, before we even dive into like the weather modifications part, there have been studies that plane propellers unintentionally seed clouds just by creating from the liquid coming off the propellers, the moisture in the atmosphere hitting the propellers and turning into the ice crystals, and then unintentionally seeding the clouds.
Really?
Yep.
Well, there's a company called Rainmaker. The CEO has been on a lot of talk shows. Matter of fact, I'm going to get my producer to reach out to him to come on my show. It's a real thing. It's a company called Rainmaker.
Oh, yeah.
I've got his name. If I'm not mistaken, Augustus Denrocco or something. He's a young gentleman. It's the CEO of that.
Is that, if I'm not mistaken, is that the one that carried out the mission before the Texas floods?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I thought so.
And he says that he was further south, I think, than the Texas floods.
No, and that was 2 days prior.
Right, but how do we know? And he said what he does is they put this chemical, drones, when he's targeting an area, they put drones in the air, and it has this chemical, and what it does, it makes what little bit of moisture that's in the air, makes them come together, that chemical does.
Yep.
And then they keep clotting together, and before long, it becomes heavy enough, it falls.
It's silver iodide or potassium iodide.
And there's some other stuff he talked about. And as it falls, if it falls through warm weather, it's what? Rain.
Yep.
If it falls through cold weather, it's hail or snow or sleet.
Even ice.
Even ice. Is that good for humankind?
Good, no. In some instances, I mean, yeah. Okay. I mean, if you have a multi-million-dollar vineyard and you can, hey, let me try to sway away this hail.
Yeah.
Would you try to sway it away?
Sure.
All right. Then.
They got cannons for that.
Yeah.
But we're talking about making the hail.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Now, cloud seeding can inhibit hail production, too.
It can make it, well, I don't see how it could.
By waiting, if you weigh down them ice particles quick enough,
they'll drop.
They will drop before they can hit that updraft.
Yeah, and come back up and keep dropping. They just go back and forth. Hail kind of goes up and down, up and down.
That's how you create. I mean, if you cut a piece of hailstone in half, it's just layers upon layers.
Yeah, because it goes up and down until it's so heavy that it can't. The updraft can't pick it up before it falls. We have some big hail around here, but there again, my father told me as a child growing up. This is going to blow your mind. That, son, when it's a drought, there's something benefiting.
Oh, yeah.
And when it's a flood,
there's a
heavy
reason
rain,
for everything.
There's something else benefiting.
Yep.
So, are we trying to be God?
Now, I think it's a lot deeper than that.
Okay.
I think it's these countries trying to be in control. Because
Well,
like
that's
that
everything.
video that you seen when we first opened up,
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the biggest weapons that you can have.
Yeah. You know, you need to look back. I don't know if you ever heard of Operation Popeye. Put that up, Kevin. Operation Popeye went on during the Vietnam War. I want my viewers to look this stuff up because I'm not crazy. During the Vietnam War, the U.S. conducted Operation Popeye, a cloud-seeded mission designed to stimulate rainfall and extend the monsoon season in Vietnam. After the operation was declassified in 1974, the United States banned the weaponization of weather. But how come, if we got rid of it, you can't manipulate the weather no more, right? They claim it. Why is these governors of these states making a law where you can't do that in their states?
If they're making a law to prevent it, it's obviously
Something there to prevent.
there's something there to prevent.
So have we been lied to?
Oh, you get lied to every day.
Oh, yeah. But I'm saying, as a child growing up,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, what is this right here? What am I looking at?
Those are flares filled with either A, silver iodide, or B, potassium iodide, or even, I mean, we see clouds with just liquid propane.
Right.
You can see clouds with table salt. I mean, but most likely that's silver iodide
Right.
pumped into a flare, and they're going to shoot that out in the atmosphere around, I think it's 18 degrees above freezing to -4 below freezing Fahrenheit.
What is making, when human beings, I believe in the good Lord, and you do too,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the good Lord is going to allow us to control the weather.
Oh, no.
But we're trying our best to be God.
Mm-hmm.
The same people that told us, the same people that was talking to us about COVID, they come to be on the wrong side. They found out that was, we're knowing. I'm not telling a secret. We know that was made in a lab in China. It's kung flu. It's just common knowledge. But the government lied to us. They're lying to us about this weather manipulation. They're saying it's going to help farmers. But what is the downside to helping farmers?
I mean, I'm not saying that the cloud seeding mission that took place 2 days prior in Texas was a deciding factor in the flood, because it likely wasn't.
Well, if you was shooting a gun in your neighborhood and somebody got shot, it don't look good for the home team.
No.
And they was cloud seeding in that area 2 days prior.
Yep.
And we had a flood that had estimate up to 50-foot wall of water. You heard that too, 30 to 50 foot of water.
Yeah.
Where in the hell does that water come? Where is there enough water in that area to make a 50-foot wall of water?
That's crazy how flash. I mean, that's
It is.
the leading death in all severe
Right,
weather-related.
Are they
deaths.
new? Is flash floodings like that?
No. But it goes back to keeping the rivers and streams clean.
Right.
Because, like, per se, you get a clog up. That's likely what happened. You had a large area of debris get clogged up into this small river, and once it broke that levee, it just sent that whole wall of water down there.
Yeah, but it takes a lot of rain.
Oh yeah, tremendous in a short period of time.
Exactly.
Too. Yep.
Like over here in Waverly, what them poor folks went through.
Yep. Same exact thing.
Yeah, we're manipulating weather. We're trying to play God.
Mm-hmm. And that never works out.
No, you can't be God. But what about these people that's saying, well, Mike, it's going to do so much good for man. Even these scientists, climate scientists, what do they call them? What's the name for a scientist for climate? I don't know.
Climatologist?
Yeah, whatever it is. That kind of sounds like a sexual disease, like a venereal disease. But anyway, some of them people are backing up and saying, well, maybe, and you've heard this, I'm not telling a lie or conspiracy. Have you heard where they're backing up and saying, well, whether man-made climate change may not be as much man-made as natural? Have you been hearing that too?
I mean, like I said earlier, if propellers from airplanes can unintentionally seed the clouds, how many airplanes fly through the sky? Even just the jet engines.
Oh, yeah.
Producing, which, we talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
What's in that jet fuel? If we can seed clouds with liquid propane,
right,
we can seed clouds with the excrements of the jet fuel.
But when I was in school back in the 70s, they was talking about the coming ice age. You too young to remember that. That's what they taught us in school, the coming ice age. And then
it's just temperatures rising, rising.
They also come up with a theory. I can't find. I was going to find that evidence. I couldn't find it. But I remember reading. Well, they was thinking about taking all these coal plants across the country, that coal ash, and spreading it over Antarctica to warm it up to stop this coming ice age. Well, that didn't happen either. No. The ice age never hit. Then it changed over into what? The warming, global warming.
Yep.
Well, that didn't happen
Climate
because
change.
New York's supposed to have been underwater. Florida's supposed to be underwater by what year? 2010 in some cases.
Yeah.
That didn't happen, so now it's called what? Climate change.
Yep.
Where are we at?
Now, it's essentially a 10-year cycle.
100 or 10,
10,
100,
150, 25,
Yeah, 1,000
whatever you want to say it. I mean, our Earth gets into these cycles, and it stays in it for a prolonged period of time. Now, 10 years from now, we might have the coolest summer we've ever had.
Yeah.
And then everybody's going to be like, oh, I thought climate, you know.
Yeah. But
it just goes on these cycles.
It does. And if we do happen to come across a cool down cycle, which they're claiming that Antarctica's picking up more ice. Remember, I'm not talking lies. It's true. They're saying that they can't explain why Antarctica went through them, Greenland and all, they went through them arid times of losing all the ice shelves, and now it's coming back. They can't figure out why. They don't know.
Nope.
But could it be, this is just theory, that they know that a natural cooling down could be in the horizon, naturally cooling down? Are they going to claim, see what we done? We cut out these coal plants, we top CO2s, now the world's getting back to normal. I think that pollution is a real thing.
Oh, 100%. CO2 emissions, the whole
it's all it is a real thing. But I don't think, as a whole, that mankind and the way we're living can do what they're claiming it's doing, because you can look at the coastline.
To the proportions they are claiming, no. Is it affecting it? Yeah. I think so. Well, at least to a degree. I'll
give you that. But only way you can make an old guy like me believe that the earth is warming is you got a thermometer, an old mercury thermometer hanging in your oak tree that was there in 1800, right?
Yep.
And you monitored the weather that summer, and you wrote down. And you can see by that same thermometer now that in 2025 it's warmer. But we're not. We're comparing temperatures in 1800s. It was done with what? A mercury thermometer.
Yep.
What are we measuring temperature with now? Computers. So
all
how do we know? How's that a fair? How is that?
I agree.
How can you say that a mercury thermometer in 1800 it showed a temperature averaged 95 degrees, and you're saying, well, it's hotter now because we're averaging 99 degrees.
Or what did that mercury thermometer say 50 years before, or before and after that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but why don't we say we got to use the same thermometer? In any test, you got to have a baseline.
Which, I mean, granted, the electric ones are pretty accurate.
They're supposed to be accurate, but we're comparing.
But there's a lot of factors like sun position that'll affect it. Like on my trail cameras per se, it'll say it's 135 degrees up there, and I tell you it ain't 135 degrees.
Wind chill. Let's get into that right quick before I get some more on this weather manipulation. My poor mother, rest her soul. I love my mother. She never had another warm day in her life when they come up with the word wind chill factor. I mean, how do you know how that's?
Now it's a chart. It's like a conversion chart of
how do they know? Where's their base to say that 10-mile-an-hour wind at zero makes it feel like?
No, I don't know who went out there and put their finger in there.
That had to be somebody in
like -10 right there.
So that's exactly. Somebody had to be in a cooler and they said, "What's the temperature?" "Oh, it's zero." "All right, we're gonna turn the air on 5 miles an hour." "What's it feel like now?" "Hell, it feels 10 below."
But does it not feel colder when you got a 10-mile-an-hour wind when it's 5
Yes,
degrees
because
outside?
the only thing they can feel that is what? Warm-blooded animals.
Yep.
Because you can put a thermometer on the mirror of your car, you let it sit there all day,
and it'll stay the same
at 60 miles an hour. So the air temperature does not change.
See, now that's more of a when you're doing outdoor activities, when it's cold like that, pets and stuff like that.
But the weather, not you don't do that. But every morning when I get up 5:30, 6 o'clock, right in that range, and I turn on Channel 2 News, and they've got the feels like temperature blasted all over that. 115, 112, and I'm just getting angry. Tell me the damn temperature.
Oh, yeah.
That sells when you tell them 110.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
for sure.
I have people tell me, Mike, it's 110 today. No, it's not. It's 96. Well, no, that feels like. Who gives a crap what it feels like? What is the damn temperature?
Now, when you're getting into, like, elderly people working outdoors, you know, city workers, stuff like that. Per se, you have a...
we know that. We're out in it. I work out in it.
But like a children's activity that's scheduled for 4 p.m., like a baseball game or something.
Right.
Now, with that heat and humidity added on, it will take a lot less time for you to...
But before they had that, we played ball. We knew it. Yeah. We would have Gatorade and water, and they'd make you stop and take a drink. Could we as human beings get softer? How did they live in the 1800s, 1700s with this temperature?
They just lived every just like it was another day.
They're out in it.
They was pissed, probably.
Yeah, probably. That thing, people feels hotter because they tell you it's hotter.
Yep.
You know, when people tell me, Mike, this is my best time of the year. I love this weather. This is my time of year. I think they got a mental problem.
I don't know how people do it.
They work inside. You go from an air-conditioned house, an air-conditioned car, to an air-conditioned job, back to your air-conditioned car, back to your house, and you go outside and work in your garden or sit on your porch and drink a beer. Poor Mike. I've been out in it since 7 o'clock with a car that's 220 degrees. I went over that hood. I've got a welder welding your exhaust system on. That welder's 1,200 degrees, right? And you're moving hot air. So hell no, I don't like it.
No, but you're accustomed to it. You've done evolved to be able to live.
I can live in it, but accustomed to it, hell no, I hate it. I hate it as much 20 years ago as I do today. But I got some pictures I want to show you. Put me up just a couple of these pictures, Kevin, if you would. Okay, what is that?
That is a contrail.
Okay, or is it a chemical trail?
Now, like I said earlier, if you look up on Google, chemtrail, the first thing that pops up is this is not a real thing.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's true. Everything, you can find anything.
Now, what's jet fuel made out of?
Kerosene.
Chemicals.
It's refined kerosene, but how do we know they're not adding to it and they don't know it?
We don't.
You know, I'm not saying the pilots.
How do we know we're not doing a lot more than just cloud seeding?
Exactly what I'm saying is I'm not saying these airlines and these pilots are in on it. Let me make that perfectly clear.
Like this goes back to the unintentionally cloud seeding.
Yeah. Okay, go to the next photo. Some of these I've taken.
Who does the aircraft companies buy their fuel from?
That's right.
I mean, that'd be...
Look at that right there. Now tell me something. See them right there? Them are contrails, they call them. But look how they're turning into clouds. They didn't do that. Any of my older viewers out there, this older than remembers, they used to go away. See those trails right there? It's like a tic-tac-toe board.
Oh, yeah.
They was only a little bit longer than the airplane. Behind it, it would go away. Has the weather changed, atmosphere changed, the fuel changed? What is... Now look at them turning into clouds. Them are not clouds. You know what them cloud-looking things are? Not the streaks. The big puffy things are them trails turning into clouds.
Oh, yeah.
What is causing that?
I mean, just whatever's in the fuel. I mean, even just the condensation forming on the jet wings.
Yeah, but it used to. Go to the next photo. I got some I take.
Did airplanes drive that fast?
Yes. We had the Commodore that was breaking.
True.
Okay, look right here. This is something I've made out there from my house. Now look.
Hey, you need to enter that one in a fair. Mike.
That is that's a everybody laughs at me because I got an Android, but that is a Android picture. That's a Bluebird Day.
Oh, yeah.
Them are not clouds. Them are them trails that's turned into clouds. Go to the next photo. There they are again. They're slowly turning into clouds.
See,
why are they
going?
It
makes you wonder, what do they do when it's a cloudy day?
Okay, that's right. Now listen, they hide them?
Yeah.
Okay, answer me this question right here. If it's just water vapors, right, is what they claim they are, how are they turning into clouds and stay there for days? Next photo, please. That's some more I took.
Yep.
What is that?
Clouds now.
Next photo. What is that?
Clouds.
That's not clouds. That's chemtrails or contrails. Which one do you want to call it?
Contrails produced into clouds. I mean, there's no different chemical structure from it compared to a naturally forming cloud.
Right. Well, what are we doing here? There's some more pictures that Mike took. This is all out there by the airport. And what are all them planes doing out there?
I mean, you got to think, if you pull up I got a flight app on my phone that shows all the tracks of all the airplanes flying in the sky right now. Even the one, I mean, they don't show all of them, trust me.
I understand.
But, I mean, it's thousands of them, man. I mean, thousands just flying through the atmosphere.
Look at that right there. Them are not clouds. That's some of that on the lower left corner as I'm looking at it is clouds. But that up top up there, see those streaks? That's off the airplanes, and up above, that's what they're turning into. They're turning into cloud. Is that all of it? Look at that. There we go. There's another one.
Oh, that's a good one right there.
Yeah. What is that?
That's a lot of contrails.
That's a tic-tac-toe board right there. And what are we doing? Them are turning into clouds.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not. But is my eyes
If
lying?
it boils down to if plane propellers can unintentionally see clouds, I mean,
that's intentional. Is that because that did not happen? If you're old enough to remember the 70s,
I can't relate.
Maybe
to that
the early
one.
80s, that did not happen. I didn't see that. I didn't go around staring to the ground. I looked up all the time. And viewers, chime in. Did you see that? Has that been going on since the 60s or 70s, or is that relatively new? Viewers, tell me.
Oh, yeah. Type
it in there. Is that new, or has that been going on forever? It's not. That part right there is relatively new. We got any more? There's more. That's out there. I don't think that's mine. I don't think that's my photo. But look at that. See that other one?
Yeah, that wide one. That wide one's the oldest one right there.
It's going to be a cloud.
Oh, yeah.
It don't never go away. Is that normal?
No, I mean, that's not normal.
What the hell is it?
I mean, that's nothing Mother Nature made.
No, and look at this. These are pictures I took right here.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
You got to think we're breathing that in. I mean, it's got to make its way down to the...
Could they be... I'm not a conspiracy theorist, guys. I have worked hard.
even the silver iodide, do you... like?
What the hell does it do?
I mean, do we not have a say in what they're pumping in above our heads that our kids are breathing
in? Put that last
in?
photo back up, please, if you would. Look at that right there. Now, tell me something. Are them airplanes always flying that close together? Look at that. Them airplanes are... What the hell? Is it? I don't think it's military. I'm going to say that somebody said
there's highway. I mean, there's like
I understand
highways
that,
they take.
But
quotation
that right there was not going on in Henry County when I was growing up, and I've been called crazy. Mike.
Now here's one thing: did they have the influx of planes that we get today is due to the FedEx facility in Memphis?
I understand all that.
They take that corridor and go down Jackson I-40 right down there.
Some of yours are kicking in. Somebody said, Gary said that wasn't like that when he was growing up. He said it's new. Thank you. I agree. That's what I'm saying. Somebody said it looks like a glitch in the Matrix. Hell, that's possible. I'll give you that. And somebody named Melissa, I don't know where this is coming from. It's coming on my monitor. The Dana in the back sending this to me, so I'm not reading it real time. Melissa said, way too many planes moving around up there. Mm-hmm. Melissa, you're exactly right.
Thousands.
And I can understand FedEx and travel and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, as sure as I'm sitting here, I've been around long enough, that shit didn't happen years ago. It's a relatively new thing. Has the atmosphere changed? Has the jet fuel changed?
Atmosphere hasn't changed.
Has the jet fuel changed? Are they adding something to it?
See, that boils back down to who supplies the jet fuel. Does it come from...
I got something to ask you. I want you to think about this. You see those videos, I should have got these, of them fighter jets, right? Mm-hmm. They don't make trails.
Mm-mm.
Why? Because you could spot them and shoot them down.
Different engine.
They're not putting the shit in the jet fuel.
Yeah.
Why is fighter jets don't make the same? If that's just natural, if it's just a part of atmosphere where, when you got a hot engine, Mike, you're a dumbass.
So that just boils down to, hey, it could be prevented.
That's my point.
Hey, they could rig something on these airplanes
it could be prevented or it's intentional.
Yep.
If the fighter planes don't have it, you don't want fighter planes running around. Bombers.
Yeah.
What them bombers are not doing. And them fighter jets are flying up at altitude. If
you see them from miles away, tens of miles.
That's right. If they don't put that out, that means it cannot be done. So are they putting something in their fuel to prevent that, or are they putting something in the regular airplanes to make it? That's the question.
So that, is
that crazy?
What if we get it from a different country?
Possible.
What if our military supplies their own? You know what I'm
Somebody
saying?
said, Gibby said she stood out back one day last year and counted 28 planes laying trails. I agree. Honey, I'm with you. Since when is that much air traffic normal in our area, right? Frozen time
FedEx
photographer
facility.
said he bets it stormed the next day. You're right. I believe it does. Dana can tell you, or my friends at the shop, my workers. I'll say, hey, guys, the weather's fixing to change.
Yep.
Why? I said, because I done seen all this crap
Well,
in
all
the
of
sky.
you, everybody watching,
Yeah.
if you see a excess of contrails in the atmosphere, see what the next few days are going to be like.
It's going to change the weather. There's
Write
no
it down.
doubt in my mind.
I would like to see people's
You're
findings
right.
from it.
I think they need to.
Yeah.
But, you know, I enjoy this kind of conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Because we kind of
we
agree.
could talk
Oh, yeah.
till 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Somebody said they can't wait till cars start flying. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not going to work on flying cars. Where's my camera? Right there. There we are. I'm not going to work on flying cars. I don't know. It might be cooler up there. But my point is this,
That's
guy.
about my pay grade.
Yeah. Mine too. You know, I don't even work on electric ones yet, but they're fast as hell. I've drove them. Let me tell you something.
You're going to have to adapt and overcome here before
I
long,
will.
probably.
No, that's going away. Electric
Yeah,
cars
yeah.
is not going to happen. We don't have a power grid for that. But anyway,
No.
But my point is this, and I'm going to say it. I don't believe in conspiracy theories, but I do believe what I see with my own eyes. And I can see this in the sky, and I can't believe that everybody else is not seeing what I'm seeing. And look at me and say, Mike, that's just what happened when hot jet fuel comes out of an airplane at altitude. I've had pilots tell me that. And I asked that one good pilot friend of mine, flew all over the world. And I said, how come he used to do it? He got quiet. He said, well,
Stumped him, didn't you?
Yeah. And I said, why don't fighter jets do it? I said, it's either this. It's either they're putting something in fighter jets to stop it, or it naturally don't happen in regular planes. They're putting something in there to make it happen.
Well, you could look up and see one plane have nothing behind it.
That's right.
And there's one right beside of it producing the fattest little trail you could see. You know,
and they don't go away. They
turn on and off. I've seen
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I've seen that. But they don't, them things don't disperse behind them. They do this. They grow. And then they become a cloud, and you look up and say, oh, it's just a cloud. Well, hell, an hour and a half ago, it was a trail from our airplane.
Yep. And 30 minutes before, sunny blueberry skies.
Look there. There's some of them right there.
Yep.
There's some cut off and cut on. See that second one down?
Yep.
Look at that.
You can kind of see where it's just starting to form little cumulus clouds.
It is. That's not my photo. I'm not taking credit for that photo. We found them, but most of them photos I've been showing is ones old Mike has made, and I'll show you they're on my phone.
We could walk outside. I bet you we could walk outside right now.
Probably.
See what is it? I don't even know if it's dark or not.
I don't know what we're inside, but guys and viewers, if there's nothing going on, why are they passing laws to ban it? I mean, they're not passing laws to ban people going back in time machines because it's not happening.
Why are we banning them now if this has been something that's been around since the 50s?
Yeah, but how can they ban something that ain't true?
Oh, it's true.
That's right. And
people come up to me every day and be like, no, we can't modify the weather.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing new. We've been doing it since the 50s.
Hey, viewers, I've got Congressman Kustoff going to come in. We're going to have a special show with him. They reached out to me today, and I'm going to do a show with Kustoff. I'm going to ask him about these trails, what he thinks going on, and what Tennessee's doing to fight.
I'll be interested to see what he says.
Yeah, because, look, I did a show, did we go to the moon or not? I did all them shows. But
I watched that one.
Let me tell you something. I believe Elvis is dead, and I believe he went to the moon. So I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Here's what I am. I'm a truth seeker, and I want to know why they're putting that stuff in the air. If it's just out of a jet airplane, I want to know what they did.
And weather affects me and you every single day.
Oh, yeah.
Every single day.
Yeah.
And if it's affecting me, I want to know what's going on.
Damn right, what it's doing. That's it. You nailed it, brother.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to know why they're doing it, and if it's just something in the jet fuel, explain to me what happened from the 60s and 70s to cause it. I got to take a commercial break.
All right.
Somebody got to pay the bill.
Oh, yeah. Got to keep the lights on.
That's right. All right, folks, we're going to take a commercial break. And don't forget, I've got Burton Staggs. After this commercial break, going to come back, we'll talk a bit. He's going to do a little stint with us. He's going to call in and give us an update on this drumming guy that just got caught. So don't miss it. We'll be right back.
Charter Senior Living, located at 350 Volunteer Drive, is a premier community for seniors interested in pursuing life, energy, and purpose. We have restaurant-style dining, life enrichment programs, social activities, local scheduled transportation, and a beauty salon. We show respect to our veterans with a wall of honor. Our mission at Charter Senior Living is to enhance the human spirit. For more information about Charter Senior Living, call us at 731-644-9680.
Is your tank on empty? Come to 54 Fuel Mart, located at 1213 A Westwood Street, for the best prices on gas. What about your other tank? You know, the one that is growling? 54 Fuel Mart has you covered for that as well. Check out our fried chicken, wings, pizza, and many other items to satisfy your hunger. On Tuesdays and Fridays, you really need to check out the fried fish. We also have a selection of freeze-dried candies, along with an entire aisle of candy bars and other sweets. Is it raining, or do you just not want to get out of the car? We have a drive-up window for your convenience. We also have dyed diesel for use in your tractors and other farm equipment. We have parking for big rigs, and our business hours are 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. Feeling lucky? Well, do you? We have scratch-offs, and you can try your hand and the TN lottery while you're here. 54 Fuel Mart, located at the Westwood Y, Paris.
Chadcox, PLLC, provides representation in the areas of criminal law, family law, personal injury, wills and probate law. Chadcox serves Paris and the surrounding area. He does not believe in a one-size-fits-all approach to representing his clients. He reviews every detail of your case to ensure that you receive an assessment that is specific to the unique circumstances in your case. Chadcox is located at 104 North Brewer Street, Paris, Tennessee. Contact us at 731-642-4446.
The Downtown Event Center is available for parties, meetings, or family get-togethers. The center comes with spacious seating and an area that will help make serving food easier. If you are having a birthday party, this is definitely the place for you. The Downtown Event Center is located at 107 South Brewer Street. Contact Jessica at 731-642-4992 to make your reservation.
Hey everyone, this is Jeremy Buckaloo reminding you to tune in to Sportscast with Jeremy Buckaloo live every Sunday night at 7:30 here from the Brewer Street Mafia Studios.
All right, folks, don't forget, next week, I've got a great show coming up. Behind the scenes with wrestling. I've got the Alpha Beast, Lex Bain, Big Daddy Divine Graves, and the second City Saint right out of Chicago, Daniel White, live in the studio. You know, I can't guarantee I won't knock one of them's lung loose. I don't know. We're going to find out exactly what's going on with wrestling and the drama, behind the scenes, stories they tell about on the road. Is it scripted? What happens when things get real? And you know what? I might even challenge one of them guys. You know, who knows? You know me. I'm game for anything. Or I'll get Tater to do it. I might just get Tater to do it. But tune in next week. I've got these big old guys coming live in the studio. I may not be able to set them in one of these chairs. I may have to get a bench to put them on. Who knows? But don't miss this show. It's going to be great. Non-stop wrestling. These three stars are coming on. The Alpha Beast, Lex Bain, Big Daddy Divine Graves, and the Second City Saint, Daniel White, will be live in the studio talking with me about wrestling. Hey, it's going to be fun. It's going to be cool. Can't guarantee you I won't body slam one of them and put a full Nelson with a half hitch on them. If they get out of line, I ain't going to put up with no crap from no wrestlers. I'll put it on them, son. So tune in next week and watch. It's going to be fun. And don't forget, coming up on Sportscast this week, The Jelks boys. Here we go. We got Bill, Andrew, and Will, the dynasty built on blood, sweat, and football. It's going to be a great show. Look, if you haven't done it yet, go on over to Facebook and YouTube and follow him. He's got great shows on Sportscast live with Jeremy Bucklow. Look, he's got the whole group of the Jelks coming on. Bill, Andrew, and Will. And it goes back farther than Bill. Bill happens to be the matriarch right now, but it goes back past before him. So tune in, coming up this Sunday, 7:30, live on the Sportscast with Jeremy Bucklow. It's going to be a great show. You don't want to miss it. And also, on my sister show, Vanessa Miller's coming on, Concerned Citizen and Christian Advocate, Spiritual Science or Spiritual Control, Faith versus Falsehood, Unmasking Issa. A concerned citizen shines a light on one of Tennessee's most secretive spiritual groups. That's coming up Monday, August 11th, 7 p.m., the Tennessee Informer. Go find him on YouTube, subscribe to him, and check out what he's got going on his show. That's the Tennessee Informer. Don't forget my old buddy, Terry Hudson. He has got ClassicHitsZ107.com on the internet. Terry does 3 great shows, 3 different days and times. He's got Classic Country Jukebox, Classic Hits Cafe, and the Blue Collar Americana. Find it. Go to ClassicHitsZ107.com. Tune in, find out what's going on, and listen to some good music with DJ being our friend Terry Hudson. It'll be great. Go find him. Don't forget the Mike Weatherford Show. We're everywhere. They do all this for me. I don't know about all this crap, but I just know we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Spotify, we're TikTok, whatever the hell you call it. We're everywhere. If you want to find out more, go to www.myparishtv.com and find out everything going on, all the great shows lined up on the Brewer Street Mafia and Q Media Studios. We got a lot of great stuff for you, so don't miss it. And look, if you haven't done it yet, reach over there right now on the Mike Weatherford Show. There's a little button up there that says follow. Click that button. Let me know and my sponsors know that you like what we're doing. Hey, don't forget, follow us, Mike Weatherford Show. All right, folks, we have been talking with, we're locked up back. There we go. I've been sitting there talking with my friend, Shawn Burkhart. We got a few quick things before we got Burton fixing to turn Burton loose, but what's some video, some stuff you want to talk about before we do that? What do you got here?
Yeah, I got a few pictures on there. It's going to show, which I think Kevin's done posted most of them, or not of mine, but they were just about the same.
Go ahead, show yours. What is this?
So this is essentially how cloud seeding works. Now, everybody thinks you can it's just from airplanes. No, we can see clouds from the ground. You can shoot rockets from the ground, just as they shoot the flares into the atmosphere from the airplanes. Drones.
Gotcha.
Any way, shape, or form, we can see clouds.
So first off, weather stations monitors the atmosphere for suitable clouds. It's got to be the perfect cloud.
Oh yeah. You got to have existing cumulus clouds to effectively seed a cloud.
Salt is released in the promising clouds.
Yep.
Supercooled water condenses around the grain salts, which makes bigger droplets, is what it does. It takes that small amount of moisture and makes it bigger.
Yep, and this occurs in, it is a specific section of the atmosphere this can occur.
Right. Water droplets become heavy enough to fall, and you can get 15, 25% extra rainfall.
Yeah, I think it's funny, if you look at that city down there, I'm pretty sure that's Dubai. Right. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me to it. But they have been the leading cloud seeder in the whole world.
That's a desert.
Yeah. How do you think they're living there?
Yeah, but it's God made that desert for a reason. What about the animals that rely on deserts?
They ain't there no more.
That's exactly right.
They either went extinct, died,
what we got right here?
Now this is a cloud seeding mission. Now you can see the existing cumulonimbus clouds right there that they're shooting the flares into, but that's just essentially silver iodide that they're shooting in the atmosphere.
That's the same thing you put on cuts and wounds when you get burnt.
No, that's iodine.
Okay.
I think it's two different things.
Okay.
It's more of like a salty type of. You can use table salt. We use liquid propane.
Right.
Potassium iodide and silver iodide.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, go. I want to touch on one thing I know nothing about. Do you know anything about HAARP?
Now, a little bit, and this delves deeper into like the conspiracy theorist and the rabbit hole that you go down when you talk about weather modification.
Right.
So this is a facility that's in Alaska. It is the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program.
Gotcha.
Which, what they say is, hey, it just helps with satellite transmissions to Earth.
Right.
They shoot, I don't know what they shoot, signals,
and
whatever.
It rides them back
into the ionosphere, which is our upper atmosphere. But if you delve deeper into that, people say you can modify weather with it.
Really?
And now I don't know. I don't know enough to dive real deep into it.
Right.
But that has, I mean, even since I've been little, I've always heard harp. I had a real good buddy. He passed away.
I've heard
not
that too,
long
and
ago
I've
that-
never really studied it. I just look at these damn airplanes.
Yeah. I mean, and like I said earlier, man, what don't we know?
Yeah. Nickelback, I want the viewers to go back. Remember the Popeye? That went on there in Vietnam War. Go back and look at Popeye. Right there. Operation Popeye. That is not the starting of it, but that's when it really come out about what we was doing with the weather. That was going on during the Vietnam War. Go back, read on that, and make your own mind up.
I mean, heck,
I'm not trying to convince you of nothing. I'm not trying to convince you of nothing. I'm just trying to tell you, open your eyes and look up.
Just what we're seeing.
What we're seeing,
like,
If you don't want to believe my lying eyes, maybe you'll believe your own lying eyes, know. But I think we've got Burton Staggs on the line. What do we got going on? Tell me in my ear what we got, Kevin. Okay. I think we've got Burton Staggs live. Burton, we got you?
You have me, Mike.
How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm tired. I'm hot. I'm mosquito bit.
You have been into the pits of hell. I've been watching you, brother. You've been all over this case. We're going to put a little photo up here. Put that up and tell me, have we got Burton's photo? There we go. Breaking news, Austin Drummond, 28, wanted for the murder of 4 individuals in Lake County, Tennessee, was apprehended shortly after 8 a.m. this morning in the wood area around Jackson, Tennessee. That was 75 miles from Tiptonville, where the 4 bodies that he is being accused of murder was found. Take you from there, Burton.
Well, where do you want to start? I'll tell you what, let me start with something that I feel compelled that we need to address, and then we're going to get to all the good. So you're probably going to let me just go ahead and tell you something. There's so much false information being spread by TikTokers. And I want to address one specifically because she has a very large following. True Crime Mama. I want to address this, and I want to read you verbatim her post. Motive revealed. Arrest warrants allege the victims were killed to prevent them from testifying to Drummond's upcoming attempted murder trial. I can say this on your air because you're not FC regulated. That is absolute freaking bullshit. The warrants aren't even public yet. First and foremost, I spoke with prosecutor, multiple agencies. This is absolutely false. You people need to quit following these people like True Crime Mama and Gabby Abby and all that. They don't know anything. They just take in information and spew falsehoods. Now, let me tell you one other thing. This person like True Crime Mama here, Abby, Gabby, whichever one said it, they said the bodies were mutilated. They said that one of the victims' feet were cut off. One of the victims made to watch the execution. Absolutely false. I spoke with Matthew's mother today. He had a head wound. We know it was a GSW. That is it. Please quit following these fake TikTokers. You're making them rich, and they're feeding you lies.
It's all about
That's
views.
what I got to say about that.
That is, I don't understand why people do that and why people tune into that. We want to hear the bad stuff. It's just the way we are.
It's just information.
Yeah, they want to hear the bad. But, Burton, I know for a fact you've been up there to the crime scene. I know for a fact you've been at the crime scene, right? Bert, you still here or did I lose you? Hello?
I'm still here.
Okay, you've been to the crime scene, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so you know what went on. You've talked to the FBI. You've talked to the TBI. You've talked to the federal marshals. You've talked to the prosecutors. You've talked to the DA. You've talked to everybody. And what can you tell us happened, and where you think it's going, Bert?
Hey, let me go ahead and do a couple little things out of the way first, and then we'll get into that. I want to tell everybody out there, without Chef Jeff Box and the Dyer County Sheriff's Office acting immediately when that baby was found and going to social media, this case may have not been solved as quickly as it was, because Sheriff Box and his agency, the Dyer County Sheriff's Office, took immediately to social media, put that beautiful picture of that infant out there. That, in turn, was saw by a person that knows the family. They called the mother. The mother called the Dyer County Sheriff's Office. The Dyer County Sheriff's Office was already leaning that there was something very wrong, foul play. The mother, I can tell you this, the family of the deceased were already looking for them. They had not heard from any of them from about 6:30 that morning on. Seeing that baby, they knew they feared the worst. So let's make sure that we understand that the quick action of Chef Jeff Box, the Dyer County Sheriff's Office, that really, really started this thing going. And let me get to the next thing on this, Mike. The TBI, the FBI, the U.S. Marshal Service, Dyer County, Lake County, Crothersville, Missouri, and Jackson Police Department. I don't think I've ever seen a larger show of force. They came together like a well-oiled machine. They shared information. They worked together, and they brought Austin Drummond into custody without incident. He had 50 to 60 rounds on him. And those officers went into the woods. This may be the greatest, the biggest law enforcement thing in West Tennessee ever. And I hope we never have to go through it again. And let's also mention that the citizen who saw something, said something, and brought this to a conclusion.
Wow.
Now, I'll take questions.
Do we have any idea how long did he immediately, you think, from what your investigation tells you, immediately went back to Jackson? He's never, there was rumors out there that he's left the state, he's moved here, he kind of stayed close to home right after the incident, correct?
Yeah, he pretty much went back to Jackson immediately. I think it's fair to say that if you follow the trail from the crime scene up in Lake County to where the baby is dropped, you're heading straight for Jackson.
Why would he be in Lake County? What do you know? What led all this to happen in Lake County? Was the deceased from Lake County, or was they Jackson people too?
No, they were Dyer County people, and maybe right across the county line. I'm not exactly sure where.
So he went up there with intention to cause harm. Then is basically what it says. He drove up there.
It's premeditated murder. That tells you the charge.
There you go.
And also, you can look into it. And let's be real honest here. It's going to come out in this following week. When they were reported missing, a family member located the vehicles. So we know that there is. Let's just say it. There was some involvement in some of the victims in whatever happened, because that location is so private, so rural, so off the maps. You would have to go it. And let's be honest. Somebody in the family had to know where to go look to locate those vehicles.
Gotcha. So there was foul play going on. Okay.
That tells you what your question is.
Right. So the guy, there was a picture on the internet that he was supposed to be staying in someone's pool house. Can you confirm that's true, or is that another falsehood?
I can say 101.5 News Talk Jackson is reporting that, and I found them to be nothing but absolutely credible. They've been on the scene there in Jackson. I didn't spend much time in Jackson because I was focusing on the crime.
Right.
So did the person that located him and called in the report, is he going to get the reward, or has any talks been made?
He should. I mean, that is the. There's a lot of things that go into those reward things, but I don't think there was any other. There might have been another call, and that'll be something to sort out. But I do have to. There's nothing funny about this, but I posted today that guy should receive the key to the city, the $30,000 free meal.
100%.
Oh, yeah. Now, Bert, let me ask you this question. Those three that was charged with accessory after the fact, do you know what they supposedly done, or is that just kind of a broad charge?
Well, I can tell you that two of them, I don't want to name them at this point because I would forget which ones. I've got all the documents at home. Two were accessories after the fact, which means they probably assisted in the way state law is written, it means that you could have helped concealing, you could have helped him escape, you could have helped him avoid prosecution, you could have done a lot of things, warned him.
That even goes down to just giving him clothes.
It could be as easily as giving him a call that, hey, there's police over here.
Right.
But one of those, it expressly says that on the 29th, if not mistaken, that he helped alter, hide something that day. And we know that the date of the murder was that day. So we know the other charges came from a day or two later. So that should tell us something.
Right.
It's really important when you really look at things, it's really important to look at what people don't say.
That's right. Now, do you think the victims all died about the same time, or was they're using the word unlived? I don't know. I'm going to say died. I don't think I can get in trouble. I'm not FCC monitor. Do you think they was all killed exactly the same time, or do you?
I think with conversations with the family members, we know this thing happened after 6:30 and before 3:30. That doesn't leave much time.
No, they was
a person that told me that saw the cars said it looked like they may have arrived separately.
Okay.
Because the way the vehicles were positioned.
So it was probably a meeting, a stage meeting. They all going to meet there. It was a rural area. I'm trying to get what I think you're saying. A rural area. The ones from Dyer County was familiar with that area. So they said, hey, let's just meet right here and just talk or whatever they're going to do. And that's when it happened.
That's correct.
Wow. So
most likely lured or threatened in some way.
Yeah, especially with it being that far out. I mean, you'd have to have a good reason to go out there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, somebody was there.
I'm sorry, that's strangle. I frequent crime scenes, and I will tell you this. It was a little shaky going back there by myself.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's in the middle of nowhere, and you have no way to turn around.
You had to know where you was going, what you're saying. I just didn't run up on an area and they decided to meet there. Somebody knew where they was going.
It's a one lane dirt road, woods on your left, woods on your right. I believe water runs to the left. It comes to one little pull in that looks like maybe people put boats in.
Right.
Gone boats or kayaks. Then you come to a fence with a circle, and somebody told me, I have not seen it, but somebody told me the lake is behind that.
Okay. The guy, this Drummond guy, Austin, he stayed basically in the same area ever since he got back to Jackson. They found his car. Was there any reason why his car broke down, or he just decided to leave it, or what do you think that's about? Why he did stay in Jackson? Is that where he knew where he was at, or what do you think happened there, Bert?
I think he was probably trying to find help, and it didn't help. I'm going to tell you something. Another shout-out that needs to happen is the U.S. Marshal in charge there was former Jackson PD.
Right.
And you can almost tell that if you watch the press conference where General Goodman and the PBI were like, hey, Austin, come on in. Let's talk about this. Let's know this. Well, the U.S. Marshals were like, okay, let's do this, but we're going to bring your butt in. I mean, you know, and they used all their might and their power to do so. You can tell that between them, the TBI, Jackson PD, they basically had put a net around Jackson and were squeezing.
I call it the anaconda. They put the anaconda move on him. They just kept tightening that noose. Do you think the reason why he was showed on them cameras, he was probably trying to hide out during the daytime, trying to move around at night? Was he trying to get food, do you think? Or why do you, I know it's all speculation, but Bert, why do you think he stayed there? Why didn't he leave Jackson? He knew they was looking for him, or he wouldn't have been hiding. Why do you think he stayed there?
Well, I can tell you, as a decade of working with TDOC and working in and escapes and post and all those things, armory and contingency planning, governor's escape plan, they did a great job. What you called it. You called it anaconda. We used to call it observation post. You keep your escapee trapped. But I think the urban setting worked against him because there's so many eyes. But Mike, this is something we need to talk about. Is all these people are like, I can't believe they can't find him. He's walking around.
Oh yeah.
That block that they blocked out and were squeezing was 2,560 acres.
Lord Almighty.
It wasn't like a small area.
Right. Yeah.
And that's a big area, buddy.
A lot of woods too.
It is, and there's a lot of armchair quarterbacks or Monday morning quarterbacks. I read stuff. Did they check behind the sink? Did they check in the basement? Did they get phone records? I just want people to understand we're talking about professionals. And sure, sitting there at the house, you would think, well, why can't they just find this guy? Well, you look at that 2,500 acres he was in, there's thousands and thousands, maybe 100,000 of hiding spots. There's under houses, there's trailers, there's cars, and there's a thing called a boathouse he was living in. These people need to understand, these professionals, and you can back me up on that, was doing everything that they can do. And everything that we could think of have they done, they had already done that more than likely. Would you agree with me?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, once again, back to, I believe his name's Tyreek, and I've learned about the U.S. Marshals, but my friends at the TBI, hey, Mike, the THP called people in. They worked double and triple shifts. I mean, our THP friends were literally working on no sleep.
The family of this gentleman, he's not a gentleman, the killer. Let me rephrase that. Has anyone spoke with the Drummond family?
I can tell you, I have. I have.
You have spoke with them.
And I can just tell you, they called me out of the blue. They messaged me on Facebook, and they told me that they were appreciative for the unbiased reporting I had, and the fact that, and I know this is hard for people to understand, but the victims are always the true victims. Let's not go over that. But sometimes the suspect or defendant's family are also victims to their actions. And let me just speak about this. Yesterday, there was a new trial file, or the ability to get a new trial for the Waffle House shooter.
You're right.
I spent every minute of that trial sitting in front of his parents. And I can tell you that those parents tried for 20 years to get him mental help. He was saying things like Taylor Swift was chasing him up buildings, taking a spider.
Now you're talking about the Huddle House killer right now, correct?
Waffle House.
Waffle House. I mean, go ahead. I didn't want people confused.
Okay. And I'm drawing this comparison because that family, the victims are paramount. They're number one.
Right.
We can't not take it away from that. But sometimes good families, great mom and dad, raise a child that you can't just explain what happened.
And they get backlash too from
it. In their own way, and I don't know how else to put it, but the family, if they're good people, bad things happen to good people, believe it or not. They're almost a victim in a way themselves, Bert. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Somebody was asking, was the baby used to lure some of the victim to the scene? Somebody said that the Wilson boy's mother stated that the baby was used to lure the victim to the scene. Is there any evidence of that, or is that something you've heard, or can you say anything about that?
I can tell you this. There's nothing about that in the paperwork, but that would make sense. We're going to learn more Thursday at 9. Probably won't learn much because it'll just be a preliminary hearing. They'll bring him in and he'll plead not guilty. And let me tell you, people can say, why is he going to plead not guilty? Because he can't plead guilty. A general sessions judge cannot hear a felony. So
there you go. There you go. And Tennessee is a death sentence state. We've almost got an express lane set up for that. So he may do some playing to keep out of the death penalty, which I don't think that will happen. But that's on the table, Burton, because we are a death penalty state, and that's sad for everybody, but we are a death penalty state.
And this will be a watch trial by
it'll be a watch trial.
Hundreds of thousands of people.
You know what I'm saying, Bert?
I'm sorry. Sometimes we're talking over each other because there's a little delay. Let me explain. Let me go ahead and tell you something. Danny Goodman is the district attorney in Lake County and Dyer County. He currently has a Lake County death penalty case.
Let me ask you something. So, let me interrupt just a second. Will this case be tried in Dyer County?
Well, we've got two different things. We believe that the murders will be in Lake County and the kidnapping will be in Dyer.
Murder, the main thing, will be in Lake County.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Did you hear me say that General Goodman is the DA in both counties, and he does have a death penalty case in Lake County prior to this, so it will definitely be on the table.
I would think it would be. Anything else that you want to ask or anything you want to ask him? Hey, Bert, I appreciate you calling in. I'm not letting you go, but I don't know if I told you yet or not, but I appreciate you calling in. Anything any other rumors you want to put to bed, or anything you want to clarify that you're aware of now? Any new news that maybe we can digest?
Well, I just want to stress one more time what a large-scale operation this was. I don't think people can realize how massive it was, the communication between Dyer, Lake, TBI, Jackson PD, Jackson Sheriff's Office, Caruthersville, Missouri, and then, of course, TBI, U.S. Marshals, and other Caruthersville, Missouri, I think. But let's just always go back to that, what that was. I did get a question just a few minutes ago, and I want to answer this. I keep getting questions about why is Matthew Drummond held in the Obion County Jail. Well, let's be honest. There's been a lot of talk about his connections. There's been a lot of talk about different things.
Who are you talking about?
And do what?
Who are you talking about held?
Matthew Drummond.
Who's Matthew Drummond?
Excuse me, Austin Drummond.
Gotcha. Okay, you had me confused. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm tired. I think I've been.
But on your defense, it don't take much to confuse me. So go ahead.
Well, Austin Drummond is being held in the Obion County Jail, and people have asked me why. And well, let's be honest. One Lake is a small county, and I'm sure they are more than capable of defending their own, and I don't want anybody to take that they're not. But what you can say is, I don't know if people realize this, but the Lake County Sheriff, his responsibility right now is to protect Austin Drummond. So he's probably more protected at the Obion County Jail, where they have more officers, more this, more that, all these things. So you got to remember, his job is, at this point, is to keep him in custody and protect him. So I'm sure the Obion County Jail, because of the way it's built, the way different things are, it would make more security sense.
All right, let me ask you this. I want to make a statement. There was so much people saying and I think you can help say it better, about how he's not going to go out. He wants to be shot by a cop. He's got that gun with him. Those videos show, which I guess it's a gun. Some pictures it did show look more like a gun than some of them. But he was going to go out with a bullet in a gunfight. He's not going to be taken alive. But the man did what most of them do. He surrendered.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Let's be honest. Regardless of what was happening, let's commend those officers. Yeah. First and foremost, they went into the woods knowing that man had an AR pistol and 60 rounds.
That's right.
Okay, so, but it's hard to say he did the right thing, But he did the right thing.
Did he immediately give up, or was it like a standoff for a little
Yeah,
while?
I was told he immediately surrendered.
Well, sure, I figured he would. Everybody was telling me, man, he wants to be shot by a cop. He's going to have a shootout. He's a killer. Sure he is. And I'm not saying anything bad about anybody, but he shot if he did this murder he's accused of, if he did, which I'm sure he did, but let's give him benefit of doubt, he's just accused right now. He shot unarmed people. Them people that he killed did not have any weapons. That's a whole lot different to walk up and shoot them unarmed people than it is to take on a police force that's got what you got. That tells you quickly, like, he wasn't a badass. You know what I'm saying?
Well, at the end of the day, you want to think about your mom, your dad, your all these other things, and your other family, and what's being better, dead or in prison? He served a long time in prison. He's accustomed to it.
Yeah, and those photos, Bert, that I was sharing, that I was sent to me about him in prison. And I had a guy, that said that's true because he works at that prison. Did you see the food? He had video games. He had Hunt's Pizza delivered. He was drinking alcohol. What are we doing, Bert? What the hell is going on in these prisons?
What was his release? Like, why did he get released?
Yeah.
Well, I can just go ahead and tell you that in prison vernacular is called the store man.
Yeah.
He's got he'll give you one ramen for 2 next week, one this for 2 next week. He's a 2-for-1 man, so he was running a store. You can tell it, and you can also tell him he was protected because of possibly his affiliation. And we're not going to talk on this topic at all because there's parts of the investigation I can't talk about. His girlfriend, who is related to the deceased, was a correctional officer there and terminated over him. So let's not go too far into that because she has a lot.
But he had cell phones to take his pictures, and there's people saying that's not true, that's a lie. No, it's the truth. All that was true photos.
Where was he held at originally?
Where was that at? Brushy Mount? No, where was that? Where was he at?
Lake County.
No. Back when he was in prison, he wasn't Lake County. Where was he in prison at?
Lake County.
Was it Lake County?
Okay. Northwest Correctional Facility.
Okay.
I call it Lake County because that's what it was when I worked.
Right.
It's called Northwest Correctional.
There you go. Okay. The guy had video. He had alcohol. He had Hunt's Pizza. That's something right
TV
there.
Too.
TVs and all that. That's all he knows.
But, I mean, you got to think he had some sort of compassion not to hurt the baby. I mean, to look at it that way,
Yeah. What led him to him that quick right off the bat? Would you say the baby?
And I ain't defending the dude
whatsoever. No. What do you think led him to him right off the bat, Burton? I mean, quickly, a matter of an hour or so after they found the bodies, he was a suspect. Do you know what led him to him?
Well, it's clear there was association. We have to assume that because the family knew where to go look for the vehicles. Gotcha. So we have to assume there's association.
Well, Bert, I appreciate you. I'm going to tell you something, my friend. You're one of the hard. That's why I always use you. I lean on you a lot when it comes to this. And if you'll notice on the Mike Weatherford Show, I only share what Burton Stagg says because Burton is not going to share lies. And if it's not 100%, he'll tell you up front, this is what sources is told. He'll tell you that. But there it is, Tennessee River
that's
Valley
hard to
News.
come by nowadays.
Yeah. He's got 221,000 followers on that one page right there. He's got nearly 1 million followers. But, Burton, I appreciate all you do. Lots of people depend on you being honest. Even the family of this drumming guy reached out to you how honest you was. And you're my hero because I try on my show to be neutral and let everybody say what they want to say because we got away from that. And I'm glad that you try to put some sanity back in all the insanity that's going on out there in the investigation world. I appreciate all you do, my friend.
Sounds perfect, Matt. See you soon.
Talk to you, folks.
Oh,
right,
hey,
yes,
can I say something?
Yes, sir.
Can I say something about your weather guy there?
Yeah.
Hey, Shawn, you do a great job. I see it. And I was glad that you talked about cloud seeding and the non-conspiracy thing. And I've told people this. Where do you think our farms come from and our crops come from out west where it doesn't rain? Cloud seeding.
Yep.
Exactly.
What do you think about them contrails that I've been talking about? Have you noticed them when you was a child, Bert, how they're different now than they what used to be? What's your
Mike, you know what I think the difference is, and we'll go down this forever. If you go to FlightAware and you watch the flights over our head, there used to be 2, now there's 70. I think that's a lot of it. There's so many of them up there.
If it's 1,000 of them, it should not change the contrail. Bert, keep doing what you're doing. Hey, come see me, brother.
I sure will. We'll be up to see you. We want to take you and Dana to dinner.
Got it, brother.
See you, man. Appreciate it. You have a good one.
All right, there you go. Bert Staggs, give us an update. There's a lot of stuff that he wants to say, but in Bert Staggs style, he won't say it. Sure, he knows more than he's saying, but he will not tell you stuff without having the facts.
Knowing 100%.
Knowing 100%.
That's what I love about him.
Yeah, and he don't go down in conspiracy trails. But if you haven't followed him, you need to. Tennessee Valley News or Burton Staggs, follow him. Sometimes he gets irritated. I don't blame him when he's trying to give you the news and people asking crazy questions. I call it. I don't know. Hell, they do. I'm crazy.
Heck, even with my page, I get that, man.
Yeah. I don't get it because all my viewers are smart. I'm just lucky. I've got great viewers.
Yeah.
You know, and
I got great ones too. But you got them select few.
You do, but you see, there's got to be a crazy.
Hey, I've had
between
people,
me and my viewers, I'm the craziest. So my viewers are not.
I've had people message me death threats because it didn't rain, brother.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
You know, a weatherman is a job that I want.
Yeah.
Because I can just get up in the morning when I want to, and I can get up 5:30 and punch in my weather say 50% chance of rain today. Well, hell, you got a 50-50 chance.
50 shot.
If it don't rain, you say, well, folks, I was accurate. It didn't rain.
And it's real hard in the summer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, real hard.
Well, man, let's do this again sometime.
Yeah. Dude, I want to do some more stuff.
I want to do it. You know, this right here was just me being able to get off my chest what I think's going on. Am I wrong? Probably. Most time I'm wrong. But you know what? Every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds a nut.
Yep.
And I know damn well that what I'm seeing in that sky, 100%, firsthand, with my lying eyes, I guess some people will say, is not what I seen in the 60s and 70s. And the 60s, I was a little too young. Let's say the 70s up to the early 80s. It's not the same. And if any of my viewers, if you know why what I'm seeing and you're seeing today, and you can remember the 70s and 80s, what was different, if you know the answer, tell me. I mean, I'm just saying it's different. It's not the same. And the governments and governor of Tennessee, I think, passed a law where you can't do this weather manipulation. If it's not a thing, why are they preventing you from doing it?
Exactly.
Think about that.
Why are they banning it?
Why are they banning it if it's not there to start with? So
they ban vapes because they're killing people.
That's right. They're banning this stuff. Why are they banning it? Folks, I've had Shawn from the weather, man, he's another one that I try to watch. I don't like these people that hype up the weather. Just tell it what you know.
Oh, yeah.
And he does a good job at that. I'm on you all the time. I tell you what I tell you.
Hey,
I tell him all the time, say, look, brother, just tell it like it is. Don't hype it up. Don't make it worse than it is. Just tell it like it is. And look what she's grown into.
And I want to do some more stuff together, man.
Oh, God,
especially,
yeah. There it is right there. Tell them where to find you at. Tell them all about
Shawn's weather page for Henry County, Tennessee on Facebook.
Follow him. You won't regret it. The weather's kind of now.
Yeah, it's been kind of dead.
Not a lot to talk about.
But hey, second severe weather season's on its way.
That's right. And we got ice and snow.
Hey, that's on the way. I want to try to do some lives, get maybe the sheriff's office to do some videos in or something.
I might even do something for you.
Hey, do some donuts out there.
I'll get out there and ride around like Sheriff Fry does.
Oh, yeah.
And tell everybody what's going on, and you can be live in the studio.
People love to see that,
They need to know.
Like road conditions and stuff.
Right. We need to know.
Yeah.
You're doing a good service for us, but you got to admit, I'm telling you all the time, don't hype it up.
And I tell everybody, if not a single person watched me, I'd still do it. I still did it before.
You did.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing. Hey, my door's always open to you. It don't have to be weather. It don't have to be Comtrails or Clemtrails.
Anytime you need a co-host, brother, I'm game.
I appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
There you go. I've been sitting here. We've had 2 conversations. We've had about weather manipulation. What do you think? Tell us. Reach out to us and let us know. And also, if you want us to do a show here about something that's really you think a lot about, let me know. I'll do anything. I don't care. I'm bringing in wrestling, but I've got some governors and senators and stuff reaching out to me. Man, I can't think off the top of my head. I have to look at my calendar and see, but I've got some great shows coming down the pike. And if you want to be there, we go. Next week, I've got these guys right here coming in. We're going to talk about wrestling. We're going to find out behind the scenes is really what I want to find out, what it takes to be a wrestler, man. I mean, everybody says, oh, it's fake, it's drama. I'm sure it is. But hell, jump off a top rope onto a table out in the middle of a concrete floor, that's not fake.
I couldn't do that.
No, I couldn't either. Let's find out about it. But I'm not going to guarantee you that I won't whip one of these guys.
Are you going to ask them if it's real or not?
I'm going to ask them.
Yeah.
If they come in here and they smart off to me, I'll put a full Nelson on them right here. Oh, yeah, I'll put that elbow on them. I'll put a full Nelson with a half hitch on them. And if nothing else, I've got a backup in the back here. I don't know if you know this or not, but I got Mud Flap the Jap. You seen him back there?
Oh, yeah.
Billy, Mud Flap the Jap?
Wouldn't want to get in the ring with
Nah,
him.
he'll come out here and open a can of whoop ass and pour it all over.
You'd be on the ground before you blink.
Oh, yeah. That's who I got in the back here. That's Mud Flap the Jap. Billy Busey, he don't take no crap off nobody.
No.
He said he's raised on soup beans and cornbread from Puryear, Tennessee.
By God.
That's exactly what it is. But hey, if you want to be a part of the Mike Weatherford Show, we're running 5, 6. I just showed you some number. 600,000-700,000 people watching me a month. Am I not lying? I just showed you, right?
He showed me.
Yep.
He showed me.
And so if you want to be a part of that by being a sponsor, if you want to get your message out to people, contact us here. We're always looking for new sponsors. We're picking them up all the time. If you want to be a part of the Brewer Street Mafia and Kill Media, all you got to do is reach out to us. We'll put you on here. We'll advertise you. We'll put you out there to the great people called the Mike Weatherford Show viewers, because these viewers of mine are very smart. There's only one dumb person in this deal, and that's me. My viewers are real smart. They are. They're the best viewers you could ever have. And don't forget, next week we'll be right here the same time, the same place. I want to thank my guys in the back, Kevin Kill, the producer, Scott Norwood, Billy Busey, and Dana Allen. You know, they are the ones that does the show. You can help me here. You know that's true. These guys do all of it.
And it ain't easy. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. If you've never been in a studio, you'll understand that control room looks like it's seeding clouds with all that.
We got 8 cameras in front of us right here.
Oh, they're everywhere.
Lights.
And you go in the back control room, it looks like they're seeding.
Oh, yeah.
All their computers
back
back
to do
up.
something.
They are. But I couldn't do it without them guys. And if you want to be a part of the Mike Weatherford Show, if you got an idea for a podcast, you want to do a podcast, you, yourself, my viewer, if one of y'all says, I'd like to do what Mike does, call me. We've got shows we do all over. We'll make a podcaster out of you. All you got to do is reach out to us. If you want to be a part of the show with a sponsor, reach out to us. But also, tell your family, tell your friends to do me a favor. Reach up there and hit that button that says follow. Click that button. That's more important than anything, so we can continue being your go-to place for all the things you want to know about. Hey, tune in next week, same time, same place, and help me out here. And like I always say, don't be late. The Mike Weatherford Show is recorded live in the Brewer Street Mafia Studios, downtown Paris. A Kill Media, Brewer Street Mafia production.